Last week, Melissa and I got started with our shiplap ceiling project here in our home edition. Things were going really well. We were making tons of progress. It was coming along looking good, but we did have to stop early because we had family coming into town to visit and we just wanted to spend time with them. Quality time.
Yes, so after that quality time, that left us with 3 days until the painters arrive, which means we need to be 100% done with the ceilings and all of the accent walls that Jeremy wanted.
No.
So we have a lot of work to do because we also have spring stuff happening around the farm and with the family, so it's going to be a busy couple days.
It's the time of year. Let's get to work.
Now, although the bedroom and the accent wall are the main focus for the next couple of days, we actually need to start here in the living space because we ran out of room. I think we have like 8 to 10 rows to go, so we're gonna buzz this out really, really quickly, and then we will get started in the very last room.
All right, that was our last piece here for the great room section. Things worked out well. You'll notice that we have this gap here at the very top. We're actually gonna have a faux beam that gets stuck here at the very peak of the ceiling, which should look really good. So don't worry about this little gap. It's gonna be covered up later.
Yeah, that faux ridge beam is going to be Naughty Alder Circle Sawn, and we're still picking colors, but I think we're gonna stick with a really natural color to bring out the black and the Naughty Alder. And then we're going to trim out the rest of the ceiling in the same Circle Sawn wood, so the ceiling's its own piece. Kind of like we did in the house, only instead of a wood ceiling, we're gonna do the creamy white.
Yeah, it'll look really good. Let's go work on the master bedroom, huh? So herein what we are referring to as the master bedroom for the apartment. More shiplap is going to be going up on the ceiling, and then for this back wall there will be a continuation of that same shiplap material. However, because we don't want that bread box door effect and everything to be very uniform, we're going to switch things up. We will be running our shiplap vertically along this back wall. It's going to require some additional framing that we will probably get to tomorrow at this point. For the rest of the day today, let's hope that we finish off the ceiling here in the master bedroom.
So maybe I'm full grown, but I don't feel older. Maybe I'm too young to wanna get older. Maybe I'll face it, everyone changing. I'd see you on the weeknights, we go way back.
Making really good progress here in the master bedroom. We've made it all the way up to the point that we have this really awkward inside corner that we have to cut around. This is the end of our stairwell. Past that is the master closet. What we're gonna do is take this little scrap material that we have, get it mocked up, mark where it is we need to cut. This will serve as our template. We'll transfer it onto a full-length piece and get things plugged into place.
Today we got a lot done. We got the ceiling done in the great room. We are almost done with the ceiling in the bedroom. So all we have left is the closet and then maybe 5 rows in the bedroom and the accent wall. I think we should easily be able to finish up the ceiling tomorrow. So today we are going to cut it short because it's a special day and it's a day that we weren't totally sure we'd be able to celebrate. Well, Kenji did it. Kenji made it to 14 years old. Last year when we celebrated his 13th birthday, we were pretty confident that that was going to be his last birthday. But this morning, Kenji turned 14 years old. He's wearing his traditional birthday hat. He wears it every single year. He's not really in the mood for cake or really anything at this point. So we did make him some peanut butter ice cream. It is his absolute favorite thing. I think he'll eat it. But regardless, happy birthday, buddy. 14 years, man. So Kenji just had his cake, his ice cream, and he only ate a couple licks of it. So that's kind of been Kenji's story this week. This week's been really rough. He just decided that he wasn't going to eat and drink anymore. And then when he does, he has a really hard time.
Well, I don't think he's gonna live to another birthday, definitely. But this week, it's just kind of been different. Like we've been saying, like, oh yeah, he's probably not gonna live a long time for a while. But this is kind of different.
Yeah, it's definitely different this week. Yeah, it's been progressing really quickly. So we were really hoping that Kenji would make it to 14. It was really important to Eli, and he did that. So we're really happy that we were able to do one more birthday with Kenji. But we're just gonna enjoy the little bit of time we have left with him.
Yeah.
This morning is sheep shearing day. So it's April now. It's still a little chilly at night, but it's getting pretty warm during the day. Hi, Manny. So he's pretty excited about it, right? They love when they get a haircut. They feel so good. So we have Southdown baby doll sheep. We get a lot of questions about what kind of sheep we have. They are considered a miniature breed, but as you can see, Manny is quite the brute and very, very nosy, more like a dog than a lamb. He was my bottle baby, and he just has no boundaries. So they are getting their hair cut, and then we just donate the wool to usually the local Mennonite community because there are a few gals that make some really beautiful things out of it. So they need to be sheared once a year, and that's what's happening today. So my goal is to get them into their enclosure because they don't like to be caught. They don't really love the haircut, so we're gonna get them trapped, and then we can do this a lot easier.
Children of the earth, once dust but now light, living in tents of flesh and bone with hope.
Handsome buddy.
Set a flame in my heart, illuminate the darkest hour, where I wait before the dawn to see the glory and the power of the Lord.
Enjoy your haircut. I'm ducking inside really quickly because it is my favorite time of day, my AG1 break. I've been drinking AG1 for about 3 years now, and that is because it gives me that perfect feel-good energy boost that I need. Plus, it provides all of my daily immune-supporting vitamins in one convenient serving. AG1 is the perfect all-in-one foundational nutritional supplement with 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, and probiotics in one simple daily serving. And it's a daily ritual that is so simple to stick to. Just add 1 scoop or 1 travel pack, 8 ounces of water, shake it up, and you are good to go. Now, if you are someone who doesn't like green, I get it. It's green. It's really, really green, but I don't want you to let that scare you off because it has so many incredible benefits. So you can also add AG1 to your favorite fruit smoothie. Now, as you guys know, originally I started taking AG1 because it supports your gut health and a healthy digestion. And a healthy digestion just means you feel better. It also supports your energy, your focus, recovery, even aging. To check out AG1 for yourself, just click the link down in the description below. You are going to get a year free of the vitamin D3 K2 drops plus 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. I put these in my purse, in my glove box. I carry them absolutely everywhere. So that is 1 year of the immune supporting vitamin D plus the 5 free travel packs when you sign up today. Now that I've had my AG1 break, I'm ready to get back to work. Well, the sheep are sheared, and that means that task is done for the year. We don't have to worry about it till next spring, and I think they feel a lot better. So I was crossing my fingers that maybe, just maybe, I would get some lambs this year because last year they were too fat. And I think they're too fat this year too. He did say that Mona had a bag, like she was developing milk, but he didn't feel a lamb in there. He said it was possible that there was a tiny little lamb hiding somewhere in there because she's so fat it was hard for him to even palpitate her. But I don't think so. So unfortunately, you were right.
I called it.
He called it. I was hopeful, but I don't know.
They're broken, or they're just obese.
They're obese. So Jeremy has continued working up here this morning. How much did you get done?
I'm like halfway up the closet.
Really?
Muy bien.
Oh, that's good.
Alright.
Alrighty. Ready to start the room? I think I counted 6 more rows. 6, maybe even a half more rows.
Let's do it. Knock it out.
And just like that, the ceiling is done. Now you may have noticed that there is a small space back there and we needed that in order to get the piece in place. There's also expansion gaps on the side. So the living room is going to be trimmed out with wood to match the faux ridge beam, but the bedroom is going to be trimmed out with a matching quarter round. So that will hide all of the expansion gaps and all of the gaps that we needed in order to get the pieces in. So now that the ceilings are 100% done, we're gonna start on the accent wall.
For this back accent wall, because we were running all of our shiplap from north to south, top to bottom, vertically, like we mentioned before, we're gonna have to add some blocking in between all of these stud cavities because we don't want there to be any flexibility in the wall and those boards as we stick them up.
One piece looks sexy. Gonna look nice.
Hope so.
Jeremy is getting the pieces up around the very last window, so we decided that instead of notching out the window and cutting all of the pieces or attempting to cut all the pieces perfectly around the window, we would just cut them a little bit longer and Jeremy will just use the router and then cut it out perfectly because the router is going to get it more perfect than we ever could. Last piece of shiplap.
Last piece.
Ever in your life.
Ever? Promise?
No.
I figured.
What if I want to build a fancy doghouse or something?
With shiplap?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
I saw a cute dog on Instagram and he had a house and it was shiplap inside.
That's Instagram for you.
It was really cool. He had a TV too.
Oh, of course he did. Alrighty, let's cut out these windows.
Well, it's not the cleanest method, but it's definitely the most efficient and it looks perfect.
You like it? You like how it turned out?
I think it looks so cute. I love it. It's gonna look really nice when it's all framed out. Looks very farmhouse.
It's cool. It looks like a 1950s, 1960s house to me.
Oh, like the old wood paneling.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to look like that.
So the trim, you ready?
Yeah.
Quarter round trim, let's go.
I know you don't adore finish work, but I love it because it looks so nice. The trim is everything.
We're not done yet, so don't be jumping the gun.
No, I'm just saying when you trim something out, it makes it totally different.
It does, it's a lot more finish. I just hate it because it's so
This
precise.
room is starting to look finished.
It is.
This is nuts. While Jeremy works on figuring out all of the corners, I'm going around with the putty and I'm trying to fill every single nail hole that I can reach. And then we'll probably come in here with ladders and try to finish the rest of them. We are officially down to 2 days until the painters arrive. So we're definitely in a rush to get everything trimmed down and all of the holes filled.
Okay, so I can't lie to you. This is supposed to be a very quick, very easy day of just installing some quarter round trim here in the master bedroom. We're gonna get things wrapped up. Turns out that is not the case because I have been struggling tremendously. We are using a round material up against a vaulted ceiling and flat walls. Makes for a lot of complex, very complicated angles. There was a little bit of swearing, a little bit of cursing on my part.
Yeah, and there was a lot of putty involved. As you can see, that was my job.
Yeah, so Melissa's making up for all of my life's shortcomings yet again. And then here along this back wall, our accent wall where we have all the shiplap, we have an obtuse angle, meaning that it's wider than the 90-degree angle on the backside of our quarter round trim. So that's not gonna work, which means I have to run back into town tomorrow to pick up a flat option that will work and will hopefully match all of our quarter round trim. Hooray.
I just want to say it's a really good thing that I wanted to do an accent wall back there because since the trim doesn't work out, we can now do a different trim on the accent wall and it's still going to look really neat. Like it was intentional. Like we did it on purpose because it's an accent wall.
I like it.
Yeah, it worked out.
whatever makes sense to you. Anyway, I'm gonna continue on. We'll get to more quarter round trim put up in the closet for Melissa. She's gonna head inside since it's now the end of our day because this is such a quick project.
And wash my hands.
She's gonna get cleaned up, make some din, and hopefully tomorrow we get this wrapped up in its entirety.
That night, things took a turn that we weren't really expecting, and we were needed more in our home than we could ever possibly be on the build. We weren't able to finish the project nor the video, but sometimes life steps in and tells us exactly where we need to be.